Hello everyone, Justin from ChartSmart Trading here. Welcome to today's presentation. We are super excited to bring this to you. It is the launch of Kingfisher. It is our newest trading system. As you can see from the image in front of you, it does still rely on all of the statistics, all the numbers and all the maths, but we're taking a slightly different angle. And what we're looking at here is consistent daily income. It's about finding the smaller trades that set up every single day as the market ebbs and flows, and capturing those trades as a daily income cycle versus some of the longer term systems and trades that we have where there's a much larger profit target at the end. Those may not set up every day. This is about what's happening every day. We're super excited. When I say scalp trades, we're not talking about a traditional scalp trade that you might be in the market for, 30 seconds to 5 minutes. These are typically trades that are going to last about a day. So you'll probably be getting in and out within a couple of hours, up to 12 hours. They are high frequency, so this is not a system where you're going to be waiting for trades to set up once every 2 weeks. As I say, they do last about a day. We're typically targeting 50 to 100 pips of profit. However, that can go significantly higher than that. Most of you are already aware of the Pathfinder, the main system that we use. And what we want is Kingfisher to be trading in between the Pathfinder setups. We'll come to that a bit later. If you do want to find out a bit more, if you're not aware of Pathfinder and how we use the scanner and probability software, and the scanner that we have, please follow this link here and you can see a whole lot of videos and material on the website. Okay, so let's just start off with what do we always come back to at ChartSmart Trading? What is our principal kind of truth that we always work back to? It's very, very simple, and that is that price always comes back to its average. Now, you might say, well, okay, Justin, but which average? Well, you can choose any average you would like to. In this particular case, we're looking at the 15-minute chart on gold. That purple line is the 50-period moving exponential average. But you could look at the 20, the 50, you could look at the 100. In fact, you could look at the 267 or the 135. Any average at all. Price always returns to that average. Now, if we believe that is true, and what I recommend is if you haven't really considered this thought, go back 500,000 bars, go back 1,000,000 bars on any chart in any time frame and any EMA, and just take a look at what price does. It always returns to the average. And what we're saying is that if price always comes back to the average, then we always know where price is going to be going. It may take some detours en route there, but it's always going back to that average. It's kind of like a lighthouse in a never-ending sea of moving data, because if you look at the forex market, it just never stops churning out the numbers. It's a reference point, and price always comes back to it. So basically, what Kingfisher is looking to do is say, where we find these short-term market turning points, we want to find them in relation to the moving average. So when is price extended in relation to the moving average? And with Kingfisher, we are specifically looking at the 20 and the 50 moving average. It's the EMAs. You could trade it to the SMAs as well. It doesn't really matter. But it's the 20 and the 50 that we are cross-referencing in the Kingfisher trading system. So we want price extended. In other words, it must be a long way from that moving average. Not only must it be extended, it must be exhausted. Price can be extended and still have legs to run further on. It needs to be exhausted at the same time. It needs to be aligned in terms of being extended and exhausted, not just on the time frame we're looking at, perhaps a 15-minute chart or the half-an-hour chart, but also on multi-time frames. And the actual magic ingredient here is once we know it's extended, once we know it's exhausted, once we know it's aligned on multiple time frames, we want to make sure that the time factor has been incorporated and calculated. We have specific software here which calculates the average time that price spends away from the moving average. And once price has spent more than it normally does away from the average, mathematically and statistically, it is more probable to return back to that average than it is to stay away from that average. So for instance, if price on average stays away from the half an hour 20 period moving average for 30 bars, and it's currently been away 100 bars. The overwhelming probability is that price is going to come back to that moving average very, very shortly. And when you put that into alignment with other setup factors, which we'll look at, which show us it's extended, exhausted, and on a multi-time frame outlook, we have an extremely powerful setup on our hands. Following this there is a consistent, structured trade plan. So once technically things are in place, we move away from the technicals as such and into how do we actually trade the setup. And that comes down to trading discipline. It comes down to trading a structured plan, which gives us a huge amount of flexibility and a lot of strength in terms of moving into that trade and moving out of the trade very effectively and very skillfully. Okay, so just a few examples here. We look at the Euro CAD, the 1 hour chart, and you can see the blue line is the average position here. This was only a single position taken. I'm not going to go into too many details here, but there is time spent away from the moving average. There's multi-time frame oscillators. We're looking at a number of bands and Keltners, and these multiple sources of alpha, as discussed earlier, give us very clear points to be looking to enter the market. What you're seeing up here in the top right hand corner comes with the system. It is the trade manager. It completely manages the trade back to the moving average for you, and it gives you a whole lot of useful information on the screen in live streaming data as you're trading. So we can see in this particular trade we are 86 pips up in profit. The profit target when it gets there will be worth, it says $100, but I'm actually trading in British pounds, so that's £100, but you might be trading in euros, whatever it might be. That target is actually in the currency that you're trading. It also gives you your current P&L. So your target's 101. You're currently on 51. Let's just call it $51 of the 101. It gives you what percentage target has been achieved, how many positions are open, what your total position size is, and where your final target price is. The trade manager comes with a system. It works incredibly well and means once you've taken your trade, you can leave it in the hands of the trade manager to be closed out. It also loads your stop loss as you've instructed it to. So that's just a very brief look at the Euro CAD 1 hour. This is the CAD Swiss franc on the 30-minute. You can see a very similar thing here, moving back down to these moving averages here. The yellow being the 20 EMA, the red being the 50 EMA. And what we're looking for is basically this extension away from these EMAs when we want some sort of a pullback back towards them. And again, we can see here, this is gold on the 30-minute chart. Again, we're extended here, and we take this trade back down towards these averages, and the trade manager is giving us all the data we want to over here. This is another proprietary. Both of these are proprietary indicators that do come with the system. This is another one here which calculates the time data we're looking for, and highlights in green as soon as we have a statistically probable setup on our hands. And you can see, this trade worked out obviously very nicely for us. So basically, the Kingfisher is looking at these ebbs and flows. I mean, if you look at a chart and you can see clearly price moves away from the moving average and moves back to it. And especially when you look at the 20 and the 50, this happens frequently, numerous times every day. It moves away and it comes back, it moves away and it comes back. We simply now have built the tools to profit from these ebbs and flows and to every day take money out of the market using them. The question now is, well, how do we find them? Well, one way of doing it is to sit and trawl through hundreds and hundreds of charts all day long, hoping to stumble across a chart that is perfectly set up. That's not ideal on a number of fronts. Firstly, you're going to need to get lucky. Firstly, because there's so many markets, and you're going to need to get lucky to get to the right market at the right time when it's perfectly set up for a trade. But more than that, you're going to be sitting at your laptop all day long looking for these trades. It's exhausting. And more importantly, exhaustion leads to making mistakes. It leads to emotional frustration. It leads to the sense of missing out when you simply miss a trade by a few minutes. It's possible, but it's a long way from ideal. What we really want is software constantly scanning the markets and sending us a text message to our phone or an email or an on-screen display when there's a setup worth looking at. And we come back to the scanner again. So for those of you who are already trading on the main Pathfinder system, This software is very familiar to you. Guys, if you haven't seen this before, this is our main scanner. It does find trades for another system called Pathfinder, which is incredibly exciting. If you haven't seen it, please pop onto the website and see it. It's our bigger system. But the good news is this scanner will also prospect and find trades for Kingfisher. And what that means is that you're going to have real-time trade alerts sent to your phone, to your email, or on screen, any combination of those three. And in real time, so it's not going to be an alert that's sent to you at the end of the day yesterday or an hour ago. If a Kingfisher setup on the 15-minute chart is ready at 25 past 10 in the morning, you will get an alert at 25 past 10 in the morning sent to your smartphone or sent to your email. It comes through as a text message. We pick up Kingfisher trades with an RSI overbought and oversold reading, and then we go into a lot more detail, which we can go into when we look at this in a more advanced course. But these alerts will come through to say there's something going on with Kingfisher. These alerts here are the Pathfinder alerts, and these are also, for those of you aware, I'm not going to go into the details here, but it gives you the EMA we're looking at, the instrument, what time frame, the probability of success, as well as how many pips to the target. So instead of sitting, guys, and looking at your charts, your scanner is going to do the work for you, and it's going to pick up any market, any time frame, and it's going to give you setups that are going to give you consistent daily income. In terms of what does this look like in terms of packages, you can get the Kingfisher system standalone. This does include the MT4 Trade Manager Expert, as we've just been through, which is a proprietary indicator. It also includes the bar count probability indicator, where you're not going to find anywhere else. It comes with all the templates, the indicators, time on a Skype call to go through it in more detail, as well as ongoing support. Guys, this system is going to deliver you profit when traded correctly, ongoing for as long as you're trading. It's a great, great offer. I really recommend you get stuck in and try this out. But I do recommend having a look at it on package B. This is where the real value comes in, guys. This is massive value. Package B comes with a scanner subscription. There are no contracts. It's $79 a month. Cancel when you want. It's incredible value. I can guarantee you'll pay for your $79 very quickly, and from there you'll start to make profit. The Kingfisher system comes free. Everything is free with the scanner subscription. So what are you going to get? You're going to get full scanner access with this subscription. Okay, so the full scanner, that is giving you all the data you need. You're going to get all your trade alerts to your phone, your email, on screen in real time. You're going to get full Pathfinder system access and trading. So this is the other system that we trade. It's our major system. You'll have full access to that, all the indicators, all the templates. You're also, of course, going to get everything on Kingfisher, the Trade Manager Expert, the bar count probability indicator, the Kingfisher templates, all the Pathfinder templates, all the indicators, the Skype call, and ongoing support. You're going to get this kind of alert sent to your phone, and you're going to have this scanner sitting, working on any instrument you want, scanning the markets daily for your setups. It's an incredible package, guys. I cannot recommend it highly enough. It really delivers a lot of value, and you can actually get on and trial this all for $7 for 30 days. I really, really recommend it. Come and see what we're doing. Pop across to our website. You can see it on ChartSmart.coza. There's the scanner, there's the shop. It's all sitting there. If you've got any questions, please drop me a line on Twitter, drop me an email. You can catch up with me on Skype. All the details are on the site. We're super excited, guys, to share this with you, and really look forward to seeing you in the trading room working with us. And all the very best, guys. Thanks again for your time. Look forward to seeing you soon.